The WNBA is rocking. What could we have more? I mean, I just think, from a salary standpoint.
I mean, I'm just really happy for this organization, obviously. Yeah, I mean, look at these fans. They're incredible. So if it wasn't for them, I don't know if we'd be here.
But it seems like everything is going to be great for her because she's a great talent. She seems like a great gal. I hope she turns that franchise around.
Did you hear about the Connecticut Sun fan who attacked Caitlin Clark? It's not just about one fan getting out of line. This incident is part of a bigger problem in the WNBA. Players are speaking up about toxic fans, and it's time we talked about it. You might think player safety is the biggest concern, but there's an even more insidious problem lurking in the stands. What if I told you that some so-called fans are actively trying to tear down the league's brightest talents? The reason behind it will shock you. Let's talk about this Connecticut Sun fan who went after Caitlin Clark. It wasn't just a heat of the moment thing. This guy was proud of what he did. Can you believe it? He was bragging to other fans about how he insulted Clark.
So Caitlin Clark, if you're out there, you are one of the GOATs of our games, and we appreciate you.
Death threats, I've been sexualized, I've been threatened, I've been so many things, and I've stood strong every single time.
That's not a true fan. That's someone with some serious issues. But here's the kicker. This isn't just about one bad apple. There's a whole rotten orchard out there. Players like Dear Hammy are dealing with crazy levels of hostility, especially after her legal drama with the Las Vegas Aces. It's like some fans are just waiting for a reason to attack these athletes. Now, you might be wondering, what's driving all this negativity? Well, Rachel Dementa, a WNBA analyst, has a theory that'll blow your mind. She says there's this undercurrent of jealousy towards players like Caitlin Clark. Can you believe it? Some people are actually mad that she's bringing more attention to the league. Dementa put it this way. There's still this undertone of jealousy that for some reason I cannot get around calling it anything else but that. It's wild, right? The very thing that should be celebrated.
We had already been through some adversity throughout the year, missed games, different lineups, so many different things has happened to our team, and we were just built for this moment, and we trusted God, and we played together, and we're some dogs.
No regrets, and obviously there's still so much time left. Like, I want to be a national champion, and that's our goal.
And then her just confidence, you can't help but watch when she plays, where she's shooting from, the range, the confidence, the flair, like she's a performer.
A rising star bringing more eyes to the game is actually making some people angry. But wait, it gets crazier. This isn't just coming from haters or rival team fans. Dementa points out that these negative interactions are happening across the board. It's like there's this subset of people who call themselves WNBA fans, but they're really just there to cause trouble. Think about it. How messed up is it that some of the loudest voices in the stands are actually working against the league's success? It's like they'd rather see the whole thing burn than watch new stars shine. And you know what's really scary? This toxic fan culture is threatening the very thing these so-called fans claim to love, the game itself. How can the WNBA grow and thrive if its biggest stars are constantly under attack from the people who are supposed to be supporting them? It's not just about making arenas safer anymore. The league is facing a serious identity crisis. Who are the real fans? How do you build a positive community when there's so much negativity floating around? These are the questions that are keeping WNBA officials up at night. While officials are losing sleep, the players aren't staying silent. What if the solution to toxic fan behavior came from the court, not the boardroom? Some of the WNBA's biggest stars are about to flip the script on fan interactions, and their plan might just change the game forever. You won't believe who's stepping up to the plate. Brittany Griner and Angel Reese, two of the WNBA's most recognizable faces, are saying enough is enough. They're not just complaining about the problem, they're demanding action. Griner's got a plan, and it's not what you'd expect. She's talking about better social media management. Yeah, you heard that right. She knows that's where a lot of the toxic behavior starts, and she wants to cut it off at the source.
Do I need to call you the female version of Steph Curry, or do I need to call Steph Curry the male version of Caitlin Clark? I mean, which one is it?
I think more than anything, it's like surprising, like you guys didn't know, like this is how women's sports are played. Like, come on.
And understanding, like, yeah, negative things have probably been said about me, but honestly, I'll take that because look where women's basketball is.
Griner's not messing around. She wants swift action against anyone who's out there spewing hate. But here's the kicker. Griner's not just worried about the players. She's looking at the bigger picture. She said, it's all about likes. All about the number of comments, no matter how good or bad those comments or likes are. She's calling out the whole system that rewards negativity. And Reese, she's not holding back either. She's been through the ringer with fan harassment, and she's done with it. Reese said, "I've never been called the things that I've been called on social media, and there's no place for it." Can you imagine dealing with that kind of hate just for doing your job? But Reese isn't just talking about herself. She's standing up for every player in the league. She's demanding a safe environment for everyone. In her words, "We all deserve to play in a safe guard, like I deserve to be here and play and not have to worry about racial and just sexist comments." That's powerful stuff. Now, you might be thinking, okay, but what can two players really do? Well, let me tell you, when stars like Griner and Reese speak up, people listen. They're not just athletes, they're role models, influencers, and now they're becoming agents of change.
Have opportunity to tweak the things that you've been doing and fix the things that didn't go well. So it's an opportunity to get better, and that's what I want to see.
Obviously, no better place, no better time than now. I mean, so many people are watching, so I'm excited for what's upcoming.
Perspective, what we're able to do, and the way people want to watch women's basketball and watch women's sports, and I mean, it's truly incredible.
Their push for action could be the start of something big. We're talking about a complete overhaul of how the WNBA deals with fan behavior. Imagine a league where players feel safe and supported, where toxic fans are shut down before they can cause harm. That's the vision these players are fighting for. And it's not just about making things better for the current players. This is about the future of the WNBA. Think about it. If young athletes see a league that protects its players and promotes positivity, they're going to want to be part of that. This could be the key to attracting even more talent to the WNBA. But here's the real game changer. Griner and Reese aren't just talking about punishment, they're advocating for a culture shift. They want to create an environment where positive fan interactions are celebrated, where the focus is on the game and the incredible athletes who play it. Just as players push for positive change, a sudden coaching shakeup rocks the league. The Chicago Sky just dropped a bombshell that's left the basketball world stunned.
Yes, sir! Yeah, baby!
A representation of us as women in many different departments. That's important for women to see that no matter what it is that we want to become, we can.
Teresa Weatherspoon, a respected figure in women's basketball, has been fired from her position as head coach. This news sent shockwaves through the WNBA, leaving fans and players alike in disbelief. You might be thinking, wait, Teresa Weatherspoon, the legend? Yep, that's the one. This isn't just any coach we're talking about. Weatherspoon is a WNBA icon, a Hall of Famer, and someone who's been a mentor to so many players. Her sudden dismissal has left people questioning what's really going on behind the scenes. But here's where it gets really interesting. Angel Reese, one of the brightest young stars in women's basketball, took this news hard. We're talking heartbroken. Reese and Weatherspoon had a special bond, a mentor-mentee relationship that went beyond just basketball. Reese took to social media to express her shock and disappointment. She posted, "I'm sick to my stomach." Why her? You can feel the pain in those words.
For myself, like coming in, right off my college season and then coming right to the WNBA, having that reset has been something that I probably haven't had in like a year.
On the court, I'm very competitive. I'm super competitive when it comes between the lines. I work really hard, but when off the court, we can have a good time.
5, 4, yeah, we sit on that. We sit. 3. Good job, good D.
Now, you might be wondering, why would the Chicago Sky make such a drastic move? Well, that's where things get complicated. On one side, you've got the emotional impact, players like Reese, who saw Weatherspoon as more than just a coach. But on the other side, there's the cold, hard reality of professional sports. Enter Dwyane Wade, NBA legend, and now part owner of the Chicago Sky. He's coming at this from a different angle. Wade's all about one thing, winning. He emphasized the need for change and a renewed focus on success. It's like he's saying, look, we respect Weatherspoon's legacy, but at the end of the day, this is a business. This clash of perspectives really highlights the pressure cooker that is the WNBA. You've got the human element, the relationships, the mentorship, the inspiration that coaches like Weatherspoon provide. But then there's the ruthless side of pro sports, the demand for results, the pressure to perform, the constant push for improvement. And you know what's crazy? This isn't happening in isolation. Remember all that drama we talked about with fans and player safety? Well, this coaching change is happening right in the middle of all that. It's like the WNBA can't catch a break. Just when they're trying to address one issue, another one pops up. But here's the thing, maybe this shakeup is exactly what the league needs. Could this be a wake-up call? A reminder that even legends aren't immune to the pressures of professional sports? It's forcing everyone to take a hard look at what really matters in the WNBA. Think about it. You've got young players like Reese who are the future of the league. They need mentors. They need guidance.
I go pro, and that's where I want to be. I want to reach the next level. I want to play in the WNBA. So those are my goals long term.
Keep being who you are. Keep waking up every day. Keep being motivated. Staying who you are. Staying 10 toes. Don't back down.
Really allowed me to find another fire, and I think it just pushed me to work even harder and get better and want to prove.
But at the same time, the WNBA needs to grow, to attract more fans, to be competitive. How do you balance those two things? This Weatherspoon situation is really bringing that question to the forefront. It's not just about one coach or one team anymore. It's about the direction of the entire league. Are they going to prioritize winning at all costs? Or is there room for the kind of mentorship and player development that coaches like Weatherspoon bring to the table? Alright, let's wrap this up. We've seen it all. A crazy fan attack on Caitlin Clark, players fighting back against toxic behavior, and now Teresa Weatherspoon getting fired. It's like the WNBA can't catch a break. But here's the real question. What's all this mean for the future of women's basketball? Are we heading for a total shakeup, or is this just growing pains?